Hello. This is Stronghold 6.7, centicycles after Catalyst. Almost a week. Yeah. Okay, just checking. Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Jacket Ash here. Welcome back to TRON Catalyst. These hard nectars aren't bad. Last time around we gained the help of a few friends, two of which we've met before. Two of which were from whatchamacallit, TRON Identity. Query and Cass have both been added to our squad of Avengers. Oh yeah, it's called Dr. How. That's the name of the objective. That's good. Should we equip the disguise? Yeah, go ahead. And when they gave Cass a voice, they made him sound a bit, more flamboyant than I would have liked. Really kind of pushing the what I call the quantum program nature. That's what he's down here. And because of like the different people that we run into, we have like these other abilities that we can grab, like grenades and such.
We need to stop him, Moto.
And you are? Your data, it's impossible.
We need to stop him, Moto.
If this disk is true, then you know we can't.
He hurt a good friend of mine. He didn't have to, but he did.
He's hurt so many. I'm not keeping up with him down here. He was always the smarter one. I suppose I've always known there's only one way this ends.
How do we stop him? I can fight.
Programs like my brother think they're special. That they represent a pinnacle. Truth be told, they're effortlessly and casually interchangeable. If you de-res him, Corp will replace him in a microcycle. You don't stop a crime at this scale by removing one inconvenient program. You do it by dismantling the machine of oppression.
The induction chamber.
It's not normally a literal machine, but yes. In this case, the induction chamber.
How?
I'm a doctor. I favor poison. Feed the machine data it can't convert. That disk of yours has some storage space left. Fill it with a meal his maw cannot chew.
It would need to be something impressive. Automata maybe, but I don't trust them. The last time they offered help, it was a betrayal.
I don't remember inviting you in here. Use those criminal skills of yours to steal something juicy.
The embassy could have something. The upper
Yeah,
floors
to
were
be
well
fair.
guarded. Maybe there's something in there.
You're going to fight automata?
I will, but it won't stick. The loop will restart. I won't derez anyone permanently.
Then you know the disease. And you have a lead on the cure.
Will you be okay?
I've allowed myself the vanity of tidying up my brother's sins for a long time. I tell myself that I'm helping, looking after my fellow programs. But I know I'm only avoiding...
Oppression is not just a woke word.
I can't wield the knife. But I will point you to my brother's jugular.
Jugular?
A metaphor from user medicine. I need to walk you through the circuitry of the gods when this is over.
I look forward to it.
And to be fair, how Core is treating everybody, that is oppression. Okay? I've seen the oppression of my people, and I've heard their cries, so I've come down. Yes, that's true, but... you know... part of it, like, you have to... I mean... part of my graciousness towards this game is coming from having seen abominations, well, at least partially seen abominations such as Ironheart and making and portraying powerful or power as like egotism and stuff like that. Exo is not egotistical, for one thing. Like, does this game have woke elements? Yes. Yes, it does. But is it the epitome of what they're trying to push these days? Absolutely not. Yes, precisely. Look, I know, like, certain things are just like setting off your alarm bells, but just trying to take things one step at a time, okay? Also, we're back at Vertical Slice, and we got our bit back, which that was a cool little thing that we won from a side quest. Now, whenever we're in Vertical Slice, we have a bit buddy. Clear. Let's see. Hey, let's play a little game. Hey, Bit, are pancakes a sandwich, Bit? Yes. Alright, let's try this. Hey, Bit, is gum a goo? Oh, you like that? You agree with that too, huh? Okay. Of course, I think it's in a... I think it's in the same... Is it the same... I think it's 2 no's and a yes. Every time. Yeah. Well, considering his pattern, you have a, say, 2/3% chance of him saying no. So. Yay, I get to beat up some automata. Hang on, let me... Okay, so yes. No. No. Yes. No. No. Okay, yeah. It is the same pattern every time. Yes, no, no, yes, no, no. Still. Can I, like, destroy these art pieces? Can I be a vandal? I'm Kia. Welcome. Exo. What are you working on upstairs? How did you hear about that? It doesn't matter. Don't go up there. Our work is secretive for a reason. You wouldn't understand, and even if you did, you'd probably fall through a construction void. We're still building this place, remember? And don't get any foolish ideas about nearby roofs. Is it roofs or is it roofs? I don't remember, honestly. Anyway, innovations. The embassy labs aren't accessible to the public. There must be another way in. Ask around. Walk. These data trees are beautiful. I heard Sierra encourages automata not to prune or trim them. Unmanaged records of history, Core must hate that. They do. Beautiful. What do you think, bitch? Should I... No, okay. Bit is just schizophrenic. He's just, talking to somebody that ain't there, you know? Is that from something, by the way? Ow! Oh, it's the Neon Norfair song. I'm just kidding. Query. Labs. How do I get into Automata's labs? No idea. Try Prime. Ah! Just grooving over here. I need to get to the lab on top of the Automata Embassy. I have no time for another of Vega's zealots. What do you mean? Look, I'll say to you what I said to him. Stay off my roof, and if I see one of you programs graffitiing any of my walls again, I'll call Core. Tell Vega to stay away. Okay. Or like if you have like dialogue that like where you have responses that are essentially like yes or no answers or something, like you'll see him respond with yes or no. Right. Me, I'm talking to Bit. Or not Bit, Vega. Vega, it's me, Exo. Let me in. Hello? If you promise very nicely to undo this loop, I don't see the harm in letting you make use of one of those grenades of yours. That wall behind me is structurally unsound, much like the rest of Vertical Slice. Take it out with a grenade and you should be able to make your way over to them. Oh, yeah. Oh, that does damage me. Did I seriously not go over here? Before? Yeah, I'm seriously not, like, I've got way too much stuff to do. Or I've got way too many shards. Like, it'd be nice if I could use them, you know? What's going on? Flow. First time? ... This is a light cycle market. They trade up here since the ban. Ah, I'm looking for a couple upgrades. It's a sweet spot, and they let you ride them up here, too. Interesting. No? You don't think so, Bit? So there I am, 2 peacekeepers behind me, racing past the old road. Oh, that's a fun Easter egg. Goss, yeah? Some fool program steps out in front of me. I gotta swerve to avoid him. Slows me down. Did you get away? Yeah, of course, but every time I go past the new embassy, I remember that night. I miss street racing, I really do. Nothing fires up my circuits like winning a race. Let's go, I'll race you over these rooftops. In this rain, I'd be worried about you getting hurt. I'm not scared. I don't think my baton's charged. So, canonically then, Query didn't leap out of the way. He tried and, like, he stood his ground. Interesting. Can I help? What are you selling? Light cycles. What else? I got every generation on the grid. Even got an Incom 786 around here somewhere. Every component designed for speed. I'm happy with my ride. I bet. Well, feel free to ride around up here. I won't tell Core. Ever since the light cycle ban, programs have relied on out-of-the-way places like this to enjoy their user-given property. I don't get involved in politics. I don't believe you. Ask about the specs of these cycles. Ask about how many of these markers there are. So these go fast? Yeah, they do. You know, for me, the light cycle is a beautiful metaphor for the progress we've made on the grid. With every generation, they've got faster. They've gotten faster, more elegant, easier to control. But at the same time, that speed, well, it can be violent, it can be dangerous. We create this power, but we gotta keep up with it or it'll de-res us. Philosophical. Lots of times to think up here. Feel free to browse. Maybe. Bit says yes. Well, just be on the lookout for interesting, like, or funny little conversation, like, pointers like that. Talk to Cub. Hello, welcome to the Light Cycle shop. My name is Ling. How may I help you? How long is a light cycle? Anyway, I think my my Chinese accent has sort of withered over time, though. So I haven't really used the how long voice as much. Yeah, and it was the very first choice of the game, too. But, like, you know, Grish does reference it. Like, when he's coming after you, if you picked, you dodge the light cycle, it's like, you may have dodged, he'll say something like, you can't dodge everything, or get away forever, or something like that. But if you stand your ground and Grish is after you, he'll be like, you always act, like he references it, is like, you always act like you're, like, like, you know, in the way, or what was it? Like the boss around here or something. Forgot what it is, but Cub, is that dual light ribbons? Dual light ribbons. So am I able to use shards to upgrade my light cycle? Maybe? That'd be neat. Howdy, neighbor. Cookie Man say no. I mean, Bit say no. Ooh. Uh-oh. Looks like a... Is that like a reset light cycle that crashed over there? Hmm. Oh, wait a minute. So ironically, the light cycle crashed into the thing is the clue that you're, or with the failed jump is the clue that you're supposed to do that. That's funny. Also, from above, find a way into the embassy labs from the rooftops. Okay. Oh. Simmel. I told you, kids, stay away from my roof. Leave me in peace. I'm sorry, I need to get through. I don't want any trouble, I'm not going back. Back where? A look of recognition crosses her face. You've been there too. The stronghold. You escaped? I saw a chance and I took it. Me too. I'm here because I'm trying to shut down Tessa's experiments once and for all. And the solution is behind me? That's right. Alright. Go. Be quick. Like I said, I don't want any trouble. You darn kids, stay off my property! We got these probes that are just chilling. Oh! Okay, what's weird is that I wasn't able to go back that way. Weirdly enough. Like, because I remember these platforms, I think. Oh, yeah. Ah. Ew. Now that is a big ladder. Nice little reward if you just pass by, go to the other side. Ooh. Like the jams. Ooh. Oh, shoot. Nope, wrong way. Julio. Steel automata code. And it's a big old tree. Here, let me just stuff this tree in my pocket. Download the automata codes onto your disk. A tingle. This data is unstable. Dangerous. Just like you hoped. Lol. I was wondering why you weren't using your legs. Well, it's because you're floating. Oh, all right. Okay. Need enough automata to make out the floor names. Embassy offices. Automata alerted. Muhahaha. Oh, so those things are guards. They're not just like little like holograms or something. Which did make me think, it's like, you know, I guess you could call the programs in the, like, their forms, you could call them hard light, you know? Which, you know, holograms, you know? No, because my current objective is still in this loop. Can I blow this up? No. Gosh darn it. Let me be. I want to be a vandal. Let me be a vandal. Hmm. Oh, what? Both Automata and Core are alerted? Eh. Just everybody hates me. Also, script kitty, take the soul and automata code back to core stronghold and install it in the induction chamber. Oh, yeah, I was wondering that. I was wondering about that. Like, it looked like they were fighting each other. You know, the Automata did kind of always, like, at some point I was kind of getting Protoss vibes from the Automata. And which is funny because they seem to have mastered shielding themselves as well as teleporting, which is a very Protoss trait, so. Yeah, talking about you, Script Kitty. You know what'd be funny is if they actually had like a kitty on the keyboard joke at some point. Not quite. I don't believe so. Although I am pretty. I think I am getting pretty close to the end of the game. Like whoa, those guys self-destructed or something. Ah! Oh yeah. That's a fun movie. It's a three-way war. Wait, what am I doing on foot? Right, well, I want my stuff back. Yeah, well, I want my stuff back. What stuff? Your nose. You can't take my nose. I paid for it. You know. I remember as a kid, I was so darn confused. I was like, because I didn't have any understanding of what a nose job was, right? So like what is? Like, so I thought, you know, they were just being silly. Let alone the other thing, right? The tatas or the whoa-whoas or whatever whatever that term Jack used was. Yeah, exactly. It's like in Half-Life 2, episode 1? Or is it episode 2? Like, you're fighting the... It's like Freeman and Alex are fighting both the zombies and Zombine, and they're already fighting the Combine. So... Tartars. And the fact that you're floating around, that makes you look extra Protossy, you know that? Which I kind of wonder if that was just the game paying tribute to StarCraft. Because after all, it is an isometric game, right? Tartar is a sauce? Or cuisine? Or something. Like tartar sauce. Oh, shoot. Well, yeah, I know, but tartar sauce is also a thing. Oh, what's interesting is like when you're, you know, when you're behind like a railing or something, you're still blue. So it's kind of interesting. It shows what you really are. Nevertheless, tartar sauce. That's my point. I just realized what this reminded me of, like me just avoiding combat and just kind of going stealth mode. I'm busy right now, of course. And that is, of course, just what was funny was that oh yeah, my going around stealthing about instead of fighting just like reminded me of like Old Republic or something. You look at the infernal machine, weighing up your options. You step towards it, but this time things are different. You have automata code in your circuits. You feel its grand complexity, its unknowable paradoxes. With a deep breath, you step in and light engulfs you. Oracle looks scared for you, then smiles as she realizes what you're doing. This will hurt, Exo, but I'll lock it, and the chaos it creates. Nobody will be using this thing for a very long time. You're unable to respond, disintegrating, but this time you sense the machine itself exploding around you at the same time. Landing IO. End of line. It is almost time to face Khan. Prepare yourself and complete any unfinished processes before talking to Moto. Oh. Okay. In that case, you know, I never did finish the reading the other stuff, so I guess, I mean, the only other things I can think to do are just like I mean, I've finished all other objectives. So we'll go ahead and read stuff, I guess. We'll just go ahead and do my reading. Null Refinery. The Source River provides most of the Arc Grid's energy. The Null Refinery, therefore, has become one of the most contested structures of the grid. Ownership has switched multiple times in recent cycles, and as Core wrestle for control of the facility from the workers and citizens who maintain the facilities. A notable skirmish occurred roughly 350 cycles ago when Core first attempted to take over Null with a fully mechanized division. Outlanders, led by a turncoat from the Core ranks, successfully pushed back this attempt. Retaking the refinery has been a point of principle and pride for Core ever since, and a goal they finally achieved recently with the diminishing productions caused by fears of the encroaching glitch. Core preside over a shadow of the former facility, but a small resistance remains, and Reset draws up plans to retake it for the Outlanders. It is good. Tacitus Stronghold. This floating fortress is a converted prison ship. Its use and the strange work of its owner, Tacitus, is a mystery to those who know of its existence. It is heavily staffed by a squadron of light jet pilots, and recognizers are often seen shuttling prisoners to it. No one has ever been seen leaving. Given the tight controls around light jet distribution, air superiority remains one of Core's key tactical advantages in fending off Reset attacks. There is only one way in and no way out. The Outlands. At the outskirts of the Ark, as on Flynn's original grid, lay the Outlands, a hazardous and stark wasteland. The Outlands have always been a hard place to survive and an even harder place to maintain control or the rule of law. For that reason, they have for 1,000 cycles been the home of programs who would rather live and work outside the observation of core. Home to many notable criminals and gangs, the Outlands became a near mythically dangerous place until a greater threat emerged, the glitch. Reset remained, but many programs have escaped towards the cities and other spaces of the grid, clinging to what moments remain before the glitch spreads further. Vertical Slice is the oldest city of the art grid. Here, Alpha built the first settlements witnessed by Flynn himself. Since then, Vertical Slice has begun to show its age, slipping into disrepair. Its smaller streets and structures are dwarfed by grander cities elsewhere. Following the demolition of the repository district recently, Core have made their presence more known as they assert themselves in the face of incoming automata presence. You know, one of the words I've noticed that I've changed in how I say it over time is like, I would have said repository, but when I'm reading quickly or just reading, like I've noticed I just say repository. You know. It's either in... Yeah, it's like the audio... Okay, side note. It's like the audio for that little distant music. Just a little humdrum. Like, you may not even hear it. But it's like binaural or something. Or it like the music sounds like it's just... Like, when I was first hearing it, I thought somebody was playing music in a car outside. Like, it sounds distant. But anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah. It's either in the next / last bit of the Minish Cap, where I mentioned, like, you know, I used to say syrup, but I think, like, these days I say syrup, you know. Anyway. Vertical Slice fulfills an almost spiritual role for the programs of the art grid. It represents a new beginning, and monuments throughout its streets celebrate that history. Executive modifier. Core officers are focused fighters relying on their identity disc to fight in the traditional manner. They are dangerous up close, but prefer to hang back, striking at range. Apply to your disc, their code assigns an executive modifier. Your disc flies fast. Wait, I've read that. Recombined for reset. Utilized for melee attacks. I think some of these I haven't read because I read through them at like the end or something and it didn't save it. Utilized for melee attacks and range pushback via its unstable plasma ripples. The reset scythe is wielded by those who have performed the symbolic ritual of ternary allocation. Applied your disc, scythe code assigns a Reaper modifier. Your attacks will become broader, hitting more enemies at once. Your special attack casts plasma ripples to hit enemies at range. Let's see. Superiors use their disc in a chaotic, fast, and wildly dangerous way, suiting their code. Masters of close-up disc combat. Superiors must be parried. Applied to your disc, their code assigns a recombine modifier. Your disc hits multiple targets for high damage, and your melee attacks become fast and mobile. Your special attack doubles as an offensive-defensive tool. Yeah, okay. Automata Core, Disciples of Tron. Already read that. Incom is spoken of in hushed tones. It is a source of mystery and conjecture, but the word can be found on remnants of Flynn's possessions and artifacts held by Core. It's like basically like saying heaven or like Asgard or Olympus, you know. Artifacts held by Core. It is known that Flynn hated Incom, and for many of our kind, that is enough. Scholars theorize that it was some kind of user organization, a company. A great betrayal was enacted against the creator, and through that betrayal he found Tron and began his work with our kind. But they don't mention anything about how he took back Incom and stuff like that. Cass. A mysterious program who finds themselves constantly in and out of Core's incarceration. They are rumored to have predicted the oncoming glitch, but that is a story better told elsewhere. For now, you know them as the impressive warrior they have become and Query's most trusted ally. Yeah, that's true. When I was like, who are they fighting? And it was like, oh, it's Cass. Oh, yeah. You son of a glitch. Moto. Standing in opposition to his brother, Moto seeks to undo the damage he has witnessed. The only question is how far he is willing to go to put things right. You hope he will do what's needed when the time comes. This all started when you were exposed to Glitch Catalyst. Oracle uncovered Oracle uncovered to the Outlands. Maybe. I mean, if they actually are bringing Catalyst lore into the movie, that'd be interesting. You know what is kind of disappointing, though, now that I think about it, is, like, there's been no mention of, like, Dillinger anywhere. And Identity explored Dillinger and the Dillinger villain lineage, right? Because you got Dillinger and then his son, Dillinger Jr., which you thought, it seemed like they were going to continue with that in the movie, but then Cillian Murphy wasn't available, so then they got this other guy to play his brother Julian. But it's like with Identity, you would kind of think that Dillinger Jr. would play some part. Now, to be fair, the game's not over yet, but it's still kind of... If they just threw it in at the very end, like, I wouldn't be mad, I guess, but I just like I would just kind of hope there was a bit more build up, you know. Anyway, this all started when you were exposed to Glitch Catalyst Oracle uncovered in the Outlands. You hope that when you find her, she has answers to your questions. And we're here to answer your questions. You're scared she might not. Query. He told you he was a detective once, but his regret casts a long shadow across his dimming light. This may be... Radicalized by his mistreatment at the hands of Core during an incident at the vertical stairs, he may not succeed. Yeah. Yeah, already read that. All movements... Actually, did I not read that? Yeah, radicalized by his mistreatment at hands of Core during an incident at the vertical slice repository, Sierra seeks to push the grid away from the oppressive path carved out for it. He may not succeed. All movements need a leader, and Spectre found herself as the grudging figurehead of a burgeoning revolution in the Outlands. She attempts to be a voice for a reason, a voice against what she sees as irrational risk. Switch. Leader of the reset mission to retake Null Refinery. You didn't have much time to get to know them, but their energy and leadership were impressive. You'll need leaders like that for what is to come. I knew it. It was another quantum program. We're there against the Sierra Core. Tries to wield the power of the users. Yeah. I think I mentioned it before. It seems like I wonder if the the power of the users, which is sort of like hinted at or just teased in Identity, the thing Proxy was after, would make an appearance, and maybe it has, you know. His present location unknown. Broker working with other programs to transmit information across the grid. You get the sense that not much in the city relies on the shadow worker programs. Okay. Emergence. The ISOs first appeared via an event called the Emergence, walking out of the CO simulation. Outcome of the server. Yeah, I read that. The hubris of Core, their utter certainty that no prisoner could ever escape their clutches, means that a quick hack to your light should allow you to move relatively safely across the stronghold. Your orange light will fool most of Core's mass. Which is it? Is it yellow or is it orange? I just like, okay, it's just all of Core's lights and stuff. I see orange pretty much, but in many cases it says yellow, but now it says orange. Security drones which patrol the stronghold are programmed to scan for errors caused by induction, and it is possible that their higher sensitivity may expose you. You know, it's funny. It's like, I'm pretty sure there was a pronoun change at some point. Like, talking about, like, referring to somebody. To quote Daffy Duck. Ha! That's it! Hold it right there! Pronoun trouble. Which, you know, makes me think of this part in Ironheart where this very feminine sounding, like, gal at the counter at a White Castle just tells these thugs who come in, hey, we're closed. And then one of them goes up to somebody at the table. You heard him. They're closed. And just like bangs his head on the table. And this one gal watching review, she's like, he? That's like, what's happened? We have more than one fellow write a book. Could be. Entanglers. Invented by Oracle, entanglers allow a program experiencing glitch loops to edit their position in the loops, effectively acting as a geographic checkpoint. In the dangerous territory of the Outlands, these could prove very helpful. Theoretically, the range and impact of entanglers could be increased. To do so would no doubt take more time than you have before Khan catches up with you. Something I do appreciate about the conflict between Exo and Khan is that at that end, it was like he just totally whoops her, just like, you know, no sweat, right? And like they didn't just try to just do something like, oh, she gets him in like the first blow or whatever. It's like, no, he just like stops her disc and then just lets her have it. It's like, oh, all right, tough guy. Like the airborne might, of course, programs and all trying to programs are also in a core language. Destroy the oxygen. That's like a light jet. Were first used as natural expansion. They allow for unprecedented transportation. Their invention ushered the way, crossing the sea of simulation. Yeah, I've read that. Mirages. One of the earliest signs of the glitch, mirages were light echoes and illusions which manifested in the Outlands. They have grown more frequent with the coming storm, posing serious privacy and security risks to reset. Automata scientists have successfully harnessed mirage technology to create illusions of their own. Oh. So those things that I'm fighting, like, those are mirages, but they actually, they're also, they hurt, fam. But which also explains those like conversations I was seeing between Spectre and Sierra. Um, they are rumored to be developing weapons usage of this tech, but for now it is mostly used for entertainment and educational purposes. They have also used it in trade with Core, with some limitations. a really big view. No, that is a big view. The formations of the outlands spread out before you. The glitch has accelerated erosion in the region to unsustainable levels, but the energized ground looks perversely beautiful. Thanks to tiny patches of luminescent framework. Seeing this alien world, you are confused as to how any programs have been able to build a home for themselves here. Seeing those glimmers of beauty, you understand why they might stay. All code flows back to its source loop eventually. I guess? Adjunct Memorial. This monument commemorates the successful defense of this facility against Core in the Adjunct War. The abstract forms represent the 12 programs who successfully defended the control chamber for 5 centicycles. It appears to have been defaced by Core, a cruel insult to the heroes who pushed them back before. You imagine this hubris will be recontextualized soon. Alpha's gift. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, this is like one of those things where I was like, hey, let me decide on my own. Easy. Look less cyan. It is likely that you're the first outside programmer to see the labs atop Automata's laboratory. Notes, laboratory. Yeah. Notes on, what does perverse mean, like, technically speaking? Just, just warped? Or different? No, probably not. Just negative, I kind of get what it's trying to say. It's something that shouldn't be because it's really dangerous or whatever, but it still has its own beauty. Like a volcanic eruption, I don't know. It is likely that you're the first outside programmer to see the labs atop Automata's laboratory. Notes on the terminals imply a number of different experiments in play. You wonder why Automata would do this work in hostile territory. Perhaps the climate differs here to the sprawl. Maybe the experiments are as much a secret from their own people as yours. The alternative that this work is somehow underway, with Core's knowledge and consent, doesn't bear thinking about. Drainage. I think how they were trying to use it is ironically or something. Not that they were trying to use it ironically, but rather they were trying to use it as if it meant ironically. In this area, programs separate the energy that flows through the source river into its constituent elements before processing and shipping above. Energy on the grid can be refined by 2 primary uses: program and utility. Program energy is purified and cleansed of any trace elements for consumption and sustenance of programs. The energy purified here will find its way to the bars, taverns, and cantinas of the 0 through 8 sectors. Utility energy is a more dangerous material. Higher concentration and catalytic secondary code make it extremely combustible and unstable outside of careful storage. It is used to power utilities such as municipal hardware and vehicles. Programs are advised to refuel their batons with the help of specialized experts. Induction chamber. computer. This device seems to pick apart the code of the programs, reading everything about them, combining it into its data pool, then destroying the original program. It is a barbaric, cruel machine. You think of Query and his disc reading. His skill and kind precision is no doubt hard-learned, and his access to these abilities heavily curated by the elders of the disciple of TRON. A balance maintained, no doubt, for the greater good. I don't like it when people say that. The induction chamber is something...
Moses, sometimes, for the greater good, sacrifices must be made.
Anyway, the induction chamber is something else, an industrialized perversion of the therapeutic analysis of code. Hey, look, there's a proper use of perversion. A machine designed to take and destroy, not unlike the programs who created it. Oracle's foothold. Oracle has established an impressive presence up here in the Outlands. Her research station provides protection from the elements as she experiments with glitch catalyst in search of a solution to the coming storm. An easy peace with the reset warriors who control this area has left the station relatively safe. While their secretive customs appear to have helped them survive the storm, they must know that Oracle's work is as necessary as it is disruptive. You hope Oracle finds the answers she is looking for. Recognizer! Reminiscent of those seen on the Encom mainframe and Flynn's grid, these recognizers were developed by Core based on their discoveries in light jet propulsion. Recognizers are said to have turned the tide of the Adjunct War, securing Core's control of the art grid. This recognizer was not held by Core, however. Oh, yes, okay. Yeah, because I remember there was this gateway that was made of a recognizer or something, and it was called Proxy's something. Proxy's memory, Proxy's legacy, I think it was called actually. And she did have a recognizer that she stole apparently, and I think I maybe did wonder if that was the same recognizer. Anyway, this was stolen by the legendary thief Proxy. Won the Centicycle War by holding a single day by holding back a battalion of Core peacekeepers from entering the Outlands until help could arrive. After the battle, Proxy took it as her own personal transport and used it to pull off some of the most audacious crimes and incursions of the last 1,000 cycles. Upon Proxy's disappearance, her recognizer was placed here. The site of its biggest victory. As a warning to all who would dare to enter the reset territory. It stands sentinel, and even as the glitch storm reclaims it, it reminds all who see it of Proxy's dignity. Okay, so I take it then that canonically Proxy died in identity then. It would be interesting to just go through here and and just find all the different pieces of information and then just doing a video just okay, which ending and identity is the canonical ending. Obviously Cass escaped. He left with Query. And if that's the case, then Ada also died. And if Proxy died, then Prince survived. And if Prince survived... Well, there is still a chance Grish died. Because as we established, if I do everything that Grish likes and wants, except for the very first choice related to him, which is like whether he works with you or you work alone. That choice in of itself is what determines ultimately whether or not Grish confronts you in the end. So that, like, Grish is the only really well, no, Ada may not have necessarily died, because the only way Ada dies is if you let Sierra go. But the repository was destroyed eventually, so whether or not you let Sierra go, eventually he would be out of there anyway. So that's another oddball. But it seems so. Proxy died, Prince survived, Cass and Query left together. Those three things seem anyway. Yeah, and I think that line was what made me think that was also why he made me think that he derezzed Proxy, because he was like, I'm not letting you hurt anybody in here. Which of course he, I remember when that first time I was in that confrontation, like, do I fight Proxy or do I let her pass? That was like, because I'm not really used to playing RPGs, right? That was just like, I was so in awe of what happened. Just like, I was like, throw disc. I click throw disc, and it's just like, it's not a strong throw, but it doesn't have to be. It's aimed perfectly. And it's like, you did what no disciple of Tron should ever do. You made a decision. And I'm like, that I did. Anyway, reset comm towers. Reset live nomadically across the outlands, but with dangerous storms and other perils, movement over larger distances is unsafe. To communicate, they rely on hundreds of towers dotted throughout their territory. The light of these towers flashes messages and warnings from settlement to settlement. Their natural shelter provides a safe haven for traveling programs. They are sanctuaries. The height and structure of reset towers also act as an accidental amplifier for the mirages and other data errors. Oh, right, I remember those. Okay. Caused by the glitch. Unintentional projections of ghostly programs are often seen and heard on their superstructures. Yep. It is the nature of things to follow their function, and in this moment, an ancient communication device has found itself communicating far more than its builders could have ever imagined, or could ever have imagined. The layers and confusing geography of the stronghold make it easily to hide entire floors and facilities within. You imagine many programs working here don't even know about this place. The space is reinforced against explosive weaponry or the danger posed by its prisoner. Tacitus must consider this program very special to go to all this trouble. Ah, yes. Yeah, the thing with Cass. The thing I'm confused about is, because Query did something to Cass's disc at the end of Identity, Cass, once he gets all of his information again, or sees all the revelation and visions again, like, because of the effect Query had on him, he doesn't explode this time. So, unless something happened to where that part of his disc was removed or undone, then he shouldn't still be exploding. But, hey. Whatever. Shipping container with mysterious markings. Oh yeah, the the thing with like /K Flynn and stuff. This container looks different to the others. The strange markings on the side indicate a different purpose. The orange light along its edges implies a core affiliation, but why would a specific container be necessary? Something else is being done here. Core took control of the refinery to control the flow of energy, but there is an ulterior motive too. You take note. Yeah, I wonder if we'll ever know what that's all about. Stand K5, long thought to be the best stand in the arena, K5 is usually in high demand. It's said that fighters who give a good performance, who angle the flow of their combat to best serve the audience in K5 will succeed in the games and win over the crowd. You suspect that this superstition is groundless. You may stand a while, learn some technique from Hori. Terminal bar. The terminal bar is another pun. Just realized, yeah, so you got the progress bar, terminal bar. End of line club, I mean, it's not a pun on actual... Well, it is a pun in that, well, the programs are done doing their job, and so they're just chill. So they go to a nightclub to chill. End of line, right? But it's not a pun in the sense like a progress bar. It's like an actual like thing on your screen or your display. Took his mods. That's funny. On the terminal bar is also known. It's so known. Of the very first bar arriving programs would encounter when entering the city, the workers who built these towering structures were fueled by energy served at this bar. Of course, the bar has been rebuilt many times since then. As each refits, so it becomes a little more elaborate. Yeah, I've already read this. The grid below. You've never flown before, never seen the city from above. It is vast, sprawling, and somehow so small, and you can see why Core, with their airborne power, might diminish the programs of the grid. They are, after all, looking down. Okay, I already read that too. Alright. Anyway, back to the game. Oh, well, when I saw a terminal bar, I was thinking of like AKA command prompt. But like at least terminal is like, you know, the other name for a command prompt. But also, I just realized, like, speaking of puns, part of the pun of Doctor How, right, is because Doctor Who is always like you know, there's a lot of time travel involved, and, you know, so, you know, we're looping and such, right? But also, like, it's phrased as a question, right? And of course, you know, the show is called Doctor Who. It's like, you know, the oldest question in the universe. The question that must never be answered.
Hello?
Take a look at my disc.
Hey, why am I blue?
Okay. You destroyed it.
I did. And it's locked. Your brother's experiments are over. For now.
Thank you. I don't know what to say.
Are you okay?
I don't know. I've been plagued by my brother's work. But now the cure is standing in front of me. I'm at a loss. Tacitus has done a great evil to this grid. His work hurt many, many programs. But I feel guilt. Destroying his life's work, my part in it.
If it helps, I feel absolutely no guilt at all.
It does help. A little. You provide perspective. Programs of my function can sometimes mistake the emotions we talk ourselves into for objectivity.
What'll happen to the ones you look after down here?
I'll talk to the guards. See if I can borrow a recognizer to take them down to the surface. We'll find a place. Our place. A place where Core will leave us to ourselves.
Wouldn't that be nice?
They're after you.
There's a program. Con. He'll catch me in the Outlands a couple centicycles from now. It's time to face him, I think.
Once I've stabilized my patients, I'll follow you. See if I can help.
Another ally?
It feels like we might have enough.
To face Con.
I think so. Yeah.
Oracle reminds me of somebody, but I can't think of who. Also, I didn't quite read that achievement. Let me look real quick. Help a program atone for his brother's sins. I see. Insert chapter name, Freeman Pontifex. Oh, brother. Oh, I thought they were playing the father and son theme from Legacy. Remember this place? It's where we first met. We've already secured Sierra and Spectre at the furthest tower. They're safe. Your friends are throughout the Outlands, ready to help you as you need them. Are they alright out there? After your experimentation, I felt comfortable giving them my research code. They're protected. And so are you. I was wondering that. You're not alone this time. You hear the elevator ascending outside. He's coming for you. For all of us. But you're ready. We're ready.
How
Thank
did you get up
really?
here so fast?
Just... stop, Con.
Never. You made friends. When did you have time to make friends?
Stop
no
this,
idea.
Con. There are better ways to save yourself.
I made a mistake leaving you alone with Tacitus Exo. He didn't see you for what you are. I need to take more personal responsibility for my work.
You're less impressive than I expected. Be careful out there, the glitch will tear you apart.
It'll take more than a little rain to de-res me.
There are fates worse than de-resolution. Ways you can be broken beyond deletion.
Why do I feel like
Your
Oracle's
code
about to die?
Isn't ready.
What? Who are you? Who are these programs you've been wasting your last remaining cycles with, Exo?
It's simple, Con. All you need to do is stop chasing me. I know you're scared, but even Core can't tame the things that haunt you.
The loop cannot be
is beyond their
broken without a change
imagination.
in conditions.
You won't hold me back?
We're not trying to. We're trying to survive.
Me too. My whole runtime, I have been underestimated. I have been laughed at and kept from the function I deserve, that I am capable of. Stopping you and the cowards of Reset and Automata will earn me a place among the elites of this grid. You cannot stop me.
I can't. It's true. But we can. I was never special, Con. I was just a program trying to survive. You taught me a lesson. You taught me I couldn't do this alone.
Oh,
Hey,
you weaken yourself
that's a
by
nice
running
lesson.
alongside such basic code. You had so much potential.
So did you. Still do.
Hey, we're my friends, though. You've learned a lot since escaping the stronghold. I've had many teachers. Well, allow me to be your last. Find me in the Outlands and let's finish this. Okay. I kind of figured that. I was like, really? This is it? Where's he going? The towers. He's looking for Spectre and Sierra. He's trying to draw me out. He's refactoring this grid tonight. Building a new order. He's not alone. He's brought a core regiment with him. They won't survive this glitch, but they'll last long enough to slow you down. He'd sacrifice a regiment to capture me? He must be impressed with you. He's afraid. Good. You're not alone either, Exo. Oh, it's Query! I've gathered everyone you sent here to help. You'll find them outside, fighting Core. They're the strength you'll need to put an end to Khan. Find him. Stop him. You have all the gifts your new friends have given you. The storm's growing. Causality may be the next causality. Or casualty, rather. Focus on the fight with Khan. Time itself may start to fracture around you. We won't save the grid tonight, but we can create a foundation. I thought you said the glitch couldn't be stopped. I did. And then I met a program... What'd that say? Yeah, it's like causality and casualty. They're such similar looking words. Rewrite her story, okay. No, whoops, I didn't mean, no. Yeah, I have to remember, you know, because this is like, you know, like I unwittingly selected easy mode when doing this, so, you know. But yeah, just see what I mean? I'm just like they don't make EXO just this, like, you know, I'm all about, you know, everything's all about me, or I'm, you know, I'm all that in a bag of chips, you know? And she's also compassionate towards EXO, or towards Khan, you know? It's really nice, actually. EXO, you made it. Oh, this isn't my first time in the Outlands program. I know these rocks like the scratches on my identity disc. Shame to... Nobody told you how to put it back in the case? Anyways, shame to see it overrun by these aspiring master controls. Nice callback, Core. I thought they were tiresome in the city, but to see them out here, it makes my light boil. Fortunately, I have friends. There are friends, too, now, thanks to your work in the refinery. They'll join you, fighting the Yellow Jackets on your behalf. Should help a little. Thank you. Thank me when it's done. Ayo. Miam got big allies. Nice. Did I just de-res him? Didn't mean to do that. Alright, I still have grenades. Also into the glitch, confront Khan again at the central reset tower. Oh, okay. Oh, right, yeah. The thing is, my shield, yeah. It's so negligible, like you know, I basically don't take damage from the storm. Oh. Ow! Friendly fire! Yeah. Oh, here we are. Ow! Hori, Exo, welcome to the games. You found your way here. After all Core have done, all the lessons they have taught me, you think I'd miss the final round? Fight with me, friend. I want to see what you learned in the loop. Let's finish the game. Yeah, kind of a double, like a play on word, double reference, or like one, or like one is sort of like breaking the fourth wall, the other is like a callback, you know. Hello, boyo. On. I want my light cycle back, Exo. Is that why you chased me all the way here? You know, there's more to it than that. You are special. You could have rewritten this grid with me, with Core. Not after what I've witnessed. Then witness me. You know, Khan, at first I wasn't too impressed either, but some of his one-liners, you know. But yeah, once again, I'm just reminded of, Batman and Ra's al Ghul in Batman Begins, like, you know, it's like, you were my greatest student. It should be you standing by my side saving the world. I'll stand where I belong. between you and the people of Gotham. How? How are you fighting like this? That was easy. It's only been a few centicycles. For you, maybe. I won't make the same mistake everyone else has. I won't underestimate you. But I will hunt those you care for. This ends tonight. Go back inside, Khan. It's not safe for you out here. Moto. Exo, a moment. The storm is getting stronger. Don't worry. You're still safe from the radiation. Just not from our angry friend Khan there. I brought something with me. Modified data shards. Health packets. They should convert to energy on collection. Boost your health. I'll be there next time you fight him. Good luck, Exo. Moto's gone, but you'll see him again. Okay, well, Khan is, you know, because, you know, easy mode is really showing here, but at the same time, I am fully upgraded and stuff, so, you know, insert Pro ZD video here. It's like when you finish all the side quests and face the final boss, combined with it being easy mode. But anyway, it's like he's easy whenever I fight him, but I'm fighting him multiple times, so. Oh, silly me. Yeah, exactly. Request denied. What are you gonna do about it? Grenade. What the? Yeah, I've kind of mentioned it already, but just to expound on it, just kind of a missed opportunity. Finish the fight. It should have just been finish the game, but I don't know. Maybe there's a little bit more after Khan, but I don't know. Who knows? But whatchamacallit? I was about to say something. Oh yeah, missed opportunity to have, like, you know, if you get bit, then they change some of the dialogue, and he's with you no matter where you are, and, like, you know, you're talking to Khan, and then, like, you say something or he says something, and Bit just either says yes or no, and then, like, Khan or somebody's like, shut up, you, or whatever, you know, just. But also, it just occurred to me, something that this reminds me of. Provided there isn't actually a way to stop the glitch from, like, destroying the world. This reminds me of this one Star Trek episode where the sun is about to go, like, supernova. And so, as a result, they go down to this planet, and there's nobody on this planet, which understandably so, but then at the same time, they don't, like, there's nothing really to indicate that people left. except for this strange library. And as it turns out, what they did in order to escape death by, like, the sun going supernova is they just sent everybody to the past to just live the rest of their life in some other time. And stuff like that. So, like, that line that Oracle says, like, Exo's like, I thought you said the glitch couldn't be stopped. And it's like, I did, but then I met a program who could rewrite her story. So it's like, I kind of wonder if that's the idea, is sure, you can't actually stop the glitch from consuming the grid, but you can just loop time or just bend time. So in a sense, it doesn't end. But and it's also in that one where one of our favorite quotes comes from, which is like, Scotty, how much? Which we wonder if it was ad-libbed or something, but it's like, Scotty, how much more time till the sun blows up? Another note. Nah, I'm not alone out here. Reset, defend their territory hard. I don't blame them. Do you blame me? Oh wait, hang on. Alright, I read this. Khan. Where are they? Where are Sierra and Spectre? You won't find them. I will prove myself here. I will be useful? That's what you told me I needed to be once. Exactly. I have a function. And so do I. Well, those
can't keep up with you, Exo. Your new friends.
Those would certainly be useful on hard mode.
My strength, my tools, my drive. It's something I should have learned from you.
My hard drive.
That need drives you to be a part of something bigger.
I am something bigger.
And maybe that arrogance impresses among the ranks of core.
It is not arrogance to know my value, my function. Just because you choose to lessen yourself, to limit yourself.
My function, my value is cumulative. I am the sum of those I bring with me. Core seeks to duplicate, to control, and build an army of programs in their own image. Limited by that image. That's how we'll beat them.
You and your little gang?
Join me, Khan. There's still a place for you. There's a place for all programs Core have made feel this way. Bless her.
Never.
Alright, your funeral. Oh, restarting loop. Here we go again. The Outlands. Alpha Bluff. What did you do to me? I didn't do this. It's the storm. I am stronger, but there is chaos. The glitch. I tried to warn you. It's what causes my loops. And now, I think it's destroying you. It's a corruption. No order. But I can use it. I can fight it long enough to stop you. Oh boy. No, man. You're just too easy. You are not complying. I never will, Khan. I don't know why you've never understood that. In all our conversations, the ones you remember and the ones you don't, you never really heard me. Twisting. Lying words. No, I've never lied to you. Tacitus will repair me when this is done. For now, we fight. Terminal velocity. Meet Khan at the Overlook. Let's see, That was round 4? We just finished? Yeah! Woo! Yeah. Right. Who's up for round 2? We're all right. Yeah, exactly. I'm still in combat? Okay. Dude, imagine if automata show up. Then we got 3 different factions, excluding myself. Ow! Ah, got him. Thank you. Hang on, let's do this properly. I mean, I could just Sam Flynn it with, like, Clue. I could just Sam Flynn it with Clue coming at me and him being on foot. Yeah, it is kind of funny. It is kind of funny that, you know, there's all this, like, I'm not alone. I mean, you kind of are, but at the same time, though, it's like, you know, it's Exo's fight, so, you know, there's that paradox, you know. You hear the storm, Exo. Khan, you're falling apart. I can help you. No, you are weak. I am. Compared to you, I am. You admit it? I don't value strength the way you and your kind do. Like I said, I am cumulative. Words. Pointless words. I wish you'd listen. I wish you'd de-res into oblivion. Alright. Oh. Alright, that's his shield. You're struggling, Exo. I'm struggling. We need to get to cover. You barely made it through the last glitch. I am strong. I don't know if you'll survive another hit. I am worthy of them. Bro's got ego. Restarting loop again. Let it go already, would you?
We're trapped in a loop here, Exo.
It's that line.
Are you okay?
We're trapped, Exo.
I can help you.
We're trapped.
Moto is right here.
I loop. You loop. Core will see me. They will see my loop. They will know I am worthy. You loop, and you learn, but you learn nothing.
He's gone crazy.
Your friends, how do they see you? I want to be seen so much. I loop. I am trapped.
Con, I'm so sorry.
You keep saying that, but I believe it less each time. We're trapped.
In a loop.
Loop, I know. This whole grid is. All of us. You've been trapped your
You know, I think
whole
I've heard that
runtime,
before.
Haven't you, Con?
In a loop.
I can break it. I can break you out. We can stop Core.
I don't want to stop.
No. I was.
Oh boy.
End of line.
Yep.
End of line.
I think it is. Sorry.
Well, he's actually more challenging this time, at least. So sad. Yeah, I mean that sincerely too, and I'm really happy my character is a compassionate character, even to her enemies. Well, I think the capitalization was just to emphasize that he's going nuts. As like the acting in this game hasn't been the voice acting in this game hasn't really been the best, but like some of the delivery has been really good. You know, I've really enjoyed some of the delivery still. Rest in pieces, or rest in pixels. Con. Bro just wanted to be sane, you know? People who crave attention like that can really go to the dark side, you know? As he did, you know? Yeah. I do wish they did that too, yeah, just like warped his voice a bit. Like, they changed his cartoon, you know, look. But, wrong way. So, what's next then? Like, how much more of the game do we have? Because Tacitus is still, you know, he's still a threat, right? Maybe there will be a Part 8 after all. Hang on. Proper light cycle. Oh, whoops, wrong button. They see me rolling, they hating. Ah, here we are. What, like Khan could still come back? Maybe. Voxel Gulch. You know, it does make sense, I guess, for like the, you know, the parallel of blood being light or something, because blood is what gives you color. Well, aside from melanin, of course. But, you know, your blood is what really ultimately affects your color. Other than, like, you know, immutable aspects like melanin, right? So in that sense, and light, of course, for the different programs, has different color, right? Oh, right. Give him the Scrooge. Yeah. 3 users will appear. Or will haunt you. You'll be haunted by 3 users. Talk to your friends! Aw, look at my friends. Anyway,
It's done, Exo.
How did he survive the glitch storm so long?
He didn't. It tore apart his code. He became something else. I don't know how he shielded himself from instant D-res, though.
Maybe he stole automata tech.
I think the more scary possibility is that they handed it over.
Spark.
Your apprentice.
No more. She should have known better.
Hey Sierra, what up, dude?
She does know better.
There was a time my kind tried appeasement. It doesn't sate the beast's hunger. It increases their appetite.
Programs are choosing which master they serve.
I choose no master.
Likewise. I've seen where that leads.
So many wannabe saviors. No single program can solve this grid's problems.
Not even one you admire.
The truths I uncovered all those cycles ago were a catalyst. They have brought out the worst in our world.
And the best, Query. We can stop what's coming.
Or avoid it.
Yeah. Everything broken can be repaired.
And between us, we've already repaired So much.
Core will try to stop us.
They'll fail.
They'll try to use this glitch to take even more control.
They'll fail at that too.
How can we know?
Look around you, program. The users have brought us all together.
I believe that was Exo.
I'll allow that. My point was that we're all here. The programs of this grid can do what a minority authority could never achieve. However much they might want to.
Change things.
Exactly. Does the story of Flynn and Tron themselves not teach us this?
I never liked sermons.
We can heal this world.
Hey, shut up, Query.
Is trying.
It won't come to that.
It might. But whatever we do together.
This is going to be interesting.
End of line.
End of line, complete the game. I'll need a second for that. Well, knowing myself, my reaction to that of just being, I don't know about that, means I didn't like that. Yeah. Well, Warsaw, Lion Bridge Games, Warsaw, Poland. Nice music though. A Prime SAS. I was afraid they were going to be pulling this, honestly, when Spectre was saying, like, has not Flynn, like, brought us all together, I was afraid that this was just going to turn into a, there are no users, or something like that. And Sierra did kind of make a jab. It's like, I believe that was EXO or whatever, but, like, but yeah. Even so, just kind of... Yep, 2025 Disney. Oh, I could have changed that anytime, really. Oops. Well, again, it will. I'm gonna need a little bit to actually cook up my more detailed. Yeah, that line, I choose no master. I was just like, what is that? And then Hori just being like, yes, I've seen where that leads. Which then just makes me think, like, I'm just thinking of like something Bill Maher said. It's like, you know, the thing that like brings the most destruction or whatever is like religion going against each other. You know, people, you know, it's like, what now? Are we promoting anarchy? I mean, what do you mean? No. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna need a little more thinking to really come up with a more coherent, detailed ending or detailed review. Honestly, one of the things I was thinking of was that ending in of itself might have knocked off a point. um, and by a point, I mean, you know, like, my rating system is already ambiguous, but I will say at least I did really enjoy the gameplay of the story and of this game, and overall the story was interesting. It was cool. It was like you know, the themes they were exploring, and just the different you know, different callbacks to different like things in the Tron universe, and yeah, that's true. But yeah, overall, just like the actual, like, you know, exploring like different facets here and there in the Tron universe, and the combat, and like game mechanics, and the fact that my character is like an emotional or is a compassionate person who is not arrogant and like you know, like I was saying, like, she's no Ironheart, you know, she's no Riri Williams, you know, who's like, I'm gonna steal from everybody and I don't care, and I'm bigger than Tony Stark and all that. You know, just like, you know, she's not that, you know. I do appreciate that, you know, I do really appreciate that my character was just a, you know, stand-up gal, you know. Somebody I could get along with. I just, that ending, though. Yeah, possibly, yeah. It may be after, it may be. Well, aside from the little clipping, in Identity that was going into Dillinger's son, other than that, I didn't really see any connection, or I wasn't really predicting any connection between the games and Ares. That being said, given that it was like /K Flynn, you know, all that stuff, it might, you know, might be the way. Yeah, and the whole use of like the looping, like, you know, kind of Groundhog Day-esque sort of mechanic, except like different things are. It's like Groundhog Day, but with save, a save feature. Yeah, I thought that was really cool as well. I mean, yeah. Again, I'll like take some time to really think about it. But I'll say at the very least, I'm not. I'll say at the very least, the score I give this game, the rating I give this game is not going to be terrible, but it's not going to be perfect either. So, and the only time, like, I was just thinking about this, I was like, it's funny because of how the number of times I've referenced the DS version of Tron Evolution. And that was the only game in my game reviews where I give it a 3 and the ambiguous unit out of 5 instead of the 4 and the ambiguous unit out of 5. 3 and a mushroom. Oh, yeah. Cass, it was like talking about Cass and how it is that Cass is able to just see things and, like, you know, is the prophet program, right? Which could mean a number of things. Like, it could mean, like, 2 different things. One is they're going to be continuing that, like, story arc and stuff through, you know, the silver screen, as you put it. The other... and a hedgehog. The other is that they plan on making another game and possibly have Cass as the main character. Or, I don't know. Which if they did, I honestly don't know if I would play it, but I don't know. Again, there is a sort of logical reasoning for they-them programs, in that they are quantum programs and they're non-binary. You know, it's just a great joke to make, but at the same time, though... But then again, have to remember, if nobody who disagrees with that sort of thing doesn't play the games or whatever, then there'll be nobody but the people who peddle it or affirm it, right? So, yeah, I think I'll go ahead and just call it here. And like I said, I'll sure to find the Discord if you want to find my full review of the game, because I'll definitely be, yeah. It'll be a second before I really just type it out, but hey, you know, it'll be done. Yeah, this has been Tron Catalyst, and it broke the, speaking of a loop, or speaking of, like, a loop being broken, all the other Tron games, well, sort of, have been going in, like, a series of 8 on the channel. Like, both Evolution games put together make 8 episodes. Tron 2.0 has been 8 episodes. And Tron Identity, I have 8 different videos, so... But this has 7. That's a little frustrating. Oh well. Anyway. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, God bless, and I hope to see y'all next time.